Hi, I'm Maithili Venkateshwaran, continuing my series on the teaching of English. In my last video, we spoke about phrases, clauses, sentences, and I just touched upon subordinate clauses. Before we go on to teach subordinate clauses and identification of what kind of subordinate clause it is, I think it's important for the students to understand the difference between a simple, a compound, and a complex sentence. A simple sentence is one that has only one verb, one finite verb. One sentence, which could also be called an independent sentence or an independent clause. That's it, a sentence that's complete by itself with only one finite verb. Example, the boys ran to get ice cream. The boys is the subject, ran is the only finite verb in the entire sentence, and so that would be a simple sentence. A compound sentence is one that has two independent clauses or two simple sentences, or perhaps more than two simple sentences, all joined together with what we call coordinating conjunctions. What are coordinating conjunctions? I use the word acronym to help students remember. The acronym FAN BOYS. FAN BOYS, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. To give you an example, the boys heard the bell of the ice cream van and they ran to get ice cream. So the boys heard the bell of the ice cream van is an independent clause, a simple sentence. They ran to get ice cream is another one, and the two are joined using the coordinating conjunction and, which is the second alphabet in the FAN BOYS acronym. Subordinate clauses come into a complex sentence. A complex sentence is one that has one independent clause and more than one subordinate clause maybe. Yes. Now subordinate clauses usually begin with what is called a subordinate conjunction. We'll talk about that more in detail in my next video. But a complex sentence has only one independent clause and the rest are clauses that depend on this independent clause to complete meaning. An example, when the boys heard the bell of the ice cream van, they ran to get ice cream. Over here, when the boys heard the bell of the ice cream van is a subordinate clause. They ran to get ice cream is the main clause or the independent clause because it's complete by itself. The rest of the sentence, it has only one verb, so therefore that's only one clause, and that is called the subordinate clause because it depends on the independent clause or the main clause to complete its meaning. I also do a few activities to try and help them get this, and this is something that we cannot rush through. You need at least 3 or 4 sessions so that it is imbibed by them completely. One activity I do is to try and get them to identify. I give them several sentences and I tell them to identify whether it is a simple sentence or a compound sentence or a complex sentence. The second activity I do is I give them a simple sentence and I tell them to add something onto it to make it a compound sentence. The third one is I give them a simple sentence and I tell them to add something onto it to make it a complex sentence. And the last activity is I tell them to write their own simple, compound and complex sentences. Hope that helps. Till I see you next time. Bye.